Hello and welcome to Granada Reports, live with the latest across the northwest.
Yes, we come on air tonight. Manchester City and their fans are celebrating their 4th Premier League title in 5 seasons with their open-top bus parade.
Our correspondent Paul Crone is at the start of the route. Hello to you, Croning.
Yes, good evening, Gamal. You join us live in Exchange Square at the very start of Manchester City's victory parade. 3 open-top buses. If I turn round, as if by magic, the buses will appear. Well, that's buses for you, but there you go. I promise they're there. The players are there. They're due to set off any second now. What is for sure is the fans are here in force. Give us a big wave. They've been queuing for at least 20 minutes. They've been sat in the sunshine. Just a brilliant atmosphere here. Smiles. There weren't many smiles at about 5:30 yesterday. We're just going to have a bit of a wander down where City were 2-0 down and came back to win 3-2. This parade looked like it wasn't going to happen, but it is happening now. The sun is out. Any minute now, any second now, the 3 open top buses will come round the corner. If you don't quite catch it at the moment, join us later. We will have those pictures for you.
Well, we did get a bus and a couple of horses. Craig, we'll get more for you later from Manchester City Centre. Thanks very much, Paul.
Also on the programme tonight. Ava White's murder trial latest. The prosecution say the teenage defendant showed callous disregard and lied to police after stabbing her. His defence argued the boy lied because he was scared.
When they graduated, they used to take their pictures here with the background of the University of Manchester. So everyone usually throw their caps in the air and everything.
Making them believe. The plan to help boost the numbers of black students at our top universities.
This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine. Introducing the children of St Andrew's C of E School in Preston, warming up for the biggest choir concert in the world.
And although it's the end of May, we could be looking at coastal gales by midweek on Wednesday. Things are looking up for the weekend though. Full forecast a little later on.
The trial of the teenage boy accused of the murder of 12-year-old Ava White in Liverpool is drawing to a close, with barristers from the prosecution and defence making their closing speeches.
The prosecution has told the jury that the 14-year-old boy, who can't be named for legal reasons, seemed utterly unconcerned about his actions after stabbing Ava. They also say he lied to the police when he was interviewed afterwards. The boy's defence have repeated their claim that Ava was the aggressor and that the boy lied in police interviews because he was scared. Our correspondent Rob Smith is at Liverpool Crown Court for us tonight. Rob, what more can you tell us?
The teenager accused of murdering Ava White took selfies after the stabbing. Prosecutors told this court in their closing speech today, a stabbing in which Ava, in their words, stood no chance because the teenager gave her no chance. The 14-year-old boy can't be identified for legal reasons. We're referring to him as Boy A. He claims that he stabbed Ava that night in Liverpool last November accidentally. It was an act of self-defence. But the prosecution told jurors it couldn't be self-defence because he simply wasn't scared of her. And his behaviour afterwards spoke of someone who was at best utterly unconcerned about what had happened, or at worst was rather pleased with himself. Boy A, they told the court, had lied and lied again to try and save his own skin, and that he had gone through this trial, in their words, as a final roll of the dice in order to try to get away with it. Now, the court's already heard that Boy A and Ava had a confrontation that night in the street. She was upset that he had filmed her without her permission, and the defence in their closing speech said that Ava wanted that confrontation. She was the aggressor, and that prosecution witnesses to the stabbing had not told the truth. There was, they said, Ava had drunk vodka. There was evidence that she was angry, that she had said to people that she wanted to batter Boy A, and that he was worried about what was described in court as a Rambo knife that he'd either heard about or he had seen being carried by someone else. They said the evidence was uncomfortable, it was difficult to stomach, but Boy A was under attack, he was outnumbered, and he acted instinctively, and he lied to the authorities because he was a scared kid. The 14-year-old denies murder and an alternative charge of manslaughter. This trial will continue tomorrow, with the judge summing up the evidence for the jury.
OK, Rob, thank you.
More news. The Manchester City player Benjamin Mendy has pleaded not guilty to 9 charges of sexual offences against 6 women. The 27-year-old French international denies 6 counts of rape, 1 count of sexual assault and 1 count of attempted rape. All the offences are alleged to have taken place at his home address. The trial's expected to start in July.
A Lancashire police officer has been dismissed for gross misconduct and inappropriate behaviour towards 9 female officers. 35-year-old PC Christopher Tierney sent racist and abusive messages to a female officer he was in a relationship with. He also behaved inappropriately to 8 other female officers with sexual or emotional behaviour or messages.
3 boys have now been arrested in connection with the fire in Preston's city centre, which destroyed the site of the former Tokyo Joe's nightclub and the Odeon cinema. 12 fire engines were called out last Thursday. The building is now having to be demolished. 2 14-year-old boys and a 16-year-old have been released on police bail.
Next, to a mentoring programme set up to increase the number of black pupils progressing to our country's best universities.
Yeah, black pupils consistently have the lowest entry rate to top-ranked universities, and that's something that the charity With Insight Education is working hard to change, as Anna Joseph reports.
Inspired, motivated and visualising a future as a graduate from a top university.
When they graduate, they used to take their pictures here with the background of the University of Manchester. So everyone usually throw their caps in the air and everything. It's a really iconic spot, just right here.
These 14-year-olds are part of a mentoring programme to increase the number of black heritage pupils successfully applying to leading universities. Today they're meeting with mentors at the University of Manchester and gaining an insight into student life.
It's important because we need to be empowering our own young people with the self-belief that they can go to top universities and then supporting them along the way. And this scheme does both of those things.
Christine Kinnear wants to inspire these young people to aim high.
It's this enduring problem that black heritage students have the lowest entry rate to top ranked universities. And I just knew from personal experience, both my own and my own children's, that wasn't about a lack of potential or talent. That was much more a lack of representation at these universities. So these young people can't see their future selves there, and it makes them doubt that they belong in those spaces.
Academically, the Year 9 pupils here today are performing at a high level. But teacher Dwayne Brandy says it's crucial their help to realise their potential.
It's just about raising aspirations from a younger age and understanding that there's no limit to what they can achieve. So from year 8, from year 7, we're discussing careers and how a particular subject such as science relates to a career in science. If you can't see it, you can't be it. So unfortunately, there's a lot of textbooks that don't reflect some of these professions where it's a mirror image of themselves. So actually coming here and seeing some of the alumni students, seeing some of the teachers, some of the students who are actually studying these careers and these professions, and seeing that actually these are tangible pathways for me.
Mentor Jesse's in his first year studying mathematics.
I come from an estate where, like, as a black man especially, typically, like, if you want to make a life for yourself, you see you do it through football, or you become a rapper, or unfortunately you may have to turn to a life of crime. And I wanted something different. However, it was quite difficult for me to see people doing that, really. So that's why I decided to get involved in this program.
What do you want the kids who came here today to get out of the whole process?
I tell them my experience, the realities of what it's like, and it just helps them believe that, yeah, they can do it. How have you found today?
Today was wonderful, innit?
Yeah. What did you enjoy?
Everything. As I'm black, I don't see a lot of black people before a university and stuff like that, but as I talk to someone like me, they can understand myself, they can understand me, who I am. It was a bit easier to explain and talk to them.
I was worried coming here that people are going to be mean or racist or just generally insensitive, which is never nice. I'm leaving here a lot more confident that the university will have my side if anything like that does happen, and that nothing like that will happen.
I'm very excited for the future, knowing what I want to do, where I want to be when I'm older.
As they board their bus back to school, these young people are leaving inspired, supported and ready to work towards their goals. Anna Joseph, ITV News.
Yeah, best of luck to them with their studies. A-levels underway, I think, just so the best of luck to everybody with those. Lots still to come on the programme, not just Manchester City fans who have something to sing about.
We're with the school pupils from Preston raising their voices on the world's biggest stage.
And it looks like conditions are going to settle down and warm up just in time for this coming weekend. But we have to get there first, and it's a bit unsettled in the meantime. Full forecast a little later on.
Don't want unsettled, Kerry. Let's take a look at what's coming up on the ITV News at 6:30 as well with Mary.
Coming up in the programme, is this the picture that suggests the Prime Minister misled MPs over Partygate? Our exclusive image shows Boris Johnson drinking with colleagues at the height of lockdown. He has always denied any knowledge of rule breaking at Downing Street. A health worker is arrested on suspicion of poisoning after a child dies at Birmingham Children's Hospital. And we'll be live at Manchester City's victory parade following that nail-biting football finish. So do join me for those stories and much more at 6:30.
Oh yes, it was a nail-biter. I think I can hear some people at home yelling that it's about time that we rejoined that Manchester City parade here. Taking place, of course, right now in central Manchester.
Yeah, a lot of people bouncing off the walls over the last 48 hours. The Blues are showing off their Premier League trophy, and Mike Hall is on the parade route. Hello, Mike.
Hello there, guys. Good evening, everybody, from a very, very noisy Manchester city centre where tens of thousands of people are lining the streets to catch a glimpse of the Premier League champions. Manchester City's open-top bus is currently weaving its way through a sea of blue, and in the next few minutes it will arrive here. I'm stood on the corner of Deansgate and, would you believe, Liverpool Road of all places. Oh, the irony. It was quite an extraordinary finale to the season, wasn't it, yesterday, as City were pushed all the way by Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool side. But in the end, ultimately the title was decided during 5 frantic, memorable minutes of football.
The first 80 minutes were excruciating, awful, terrible. The last 10 minutes was fantastic.
Come on, City! Champions! Over the moon. What can I say? Only we could do that from 2-0 down to win 3-2.
City! City! Buzzing. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that for a while. Honestly, the stadium absolutely erupted. It was insane.
City! 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 So this is how it feels to be City right now. This is how it feels to be the champions of England for the 4th time in
4 Premier Leagues in 5 years in this country, Premier Leagues. It's probably the best achievements we have done in our careers. These guys are legends already. This group of players are absolutely eternal in this club because what we achieve is so difficult to do it.
It's an incredible achievement that sees City continue their domestic dominance and their fans celebrating at the stadium
City! City! City!
and partying in pubs.
I was so nervous. Half time we were a bit shaky, but we thought, you know what? Full confidence. 10 years ago, same thing. It's mental.
I put this on at half time. My lucky shirt, I was like, just get it on. But, mate, put me through the ringer.
But Liverpool fans also strapped themselves in for a 90-minute ride on an emotional roller coaster as they welcomed their team to Anfield to take on Wolves.
We've already won 2 cups and we've got another one to come next week, so it's still exciting. It's still, you know, we're still so proud of them.
But proud, very proud of my team. I mean, we've done really well.
Incredible end to the season. I'm delighted to say I am joined now by Manchester City legend Dennis Stewart. Now, before we do this, I should point out Dennis can't hear me and I can't hear him, so this could be quite interesting. But we'll give it a go. Dennis, what an incredible day this is.
Yeah, well, this is why we're all follow football. There's a player, former player, and supporters. It's when you win things, that's a justification for being loyal, supporting your team, being great on the pitch, showing the qualities that you have on the pitch, and this is the end product, which is fabulous.
4 Premier League titles now in 5 seasons. What a time to be a Manchester City fan.
Oh, these guys are very lucky to get the good times, Manchester City. There's a lot of supporters now who remember the bad times, but you remember the bad times because you enjoy the good times, and you couldn't have enjoyed a better time than today.
Dennis, explain your emotions with 15 minutes to go yesterday, because at that point it didn't look like we'd be seeing scenes like this on Deansgate, did it?
No, Deansgate was miles away by then, you know, but you felt because we are the team. We have 17 different goal scorers, so you know there's goals come from all parts of the team. So I knew if we kept possession, kept plugging away, I just felt we had to get the first one. Once we got the first one, 3 goals in 5 minutes, not bad.
Now, Pep Guardiola says he and the players are legends, and it's very hard, isn't it, to disagree with that?
No, I think what I would say, they're legends with character. I'd love to be in a meeting with Kiki Berger-Garenstein and Pep when they're making their recruitment process in, because the kind of players that they bring here are quality players, top-class players, but great character.
I've got to ask you for a word on Liverpool, because they have been outstanding this season, and they pushed you all the way, didn't they, till the very final minute.
Well, that's what you want. You want competition. Competition drives you on. And certainly Liverpool drove us on all season. And you get a bit blasé if you don't have competition. And we've had some fantastic competition with Liverpool. You know, unfortunately, they couldn't take the Premier League, and we've got it.
I've got to ask you, you've just signed Erling Haaland for next season, one of the best players in the world. Surely that means we're going to be stood here again next year, aren't we?
Oh, without question, no. With his goals, on the back of our goals, I think Pep may have a little bit of a tackle difference because he's been playing with a false number 9 a lot, but now we've got a definitive number 9 with qualities, goal scoring, technique, finishing. It's going to be very, very exciting.
Dennis Stewart, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Always great to be in your company. Dennis and I are going to stick around here and enjoy this party, which I suspect is going to go on long into the night. Back to you guys.
Yeah, Mike, thanks very much. Great interview there. Well done for struggling against all the noise. I think a few people might be late into work tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Merseyside police say no further action is going to be taken after an incident involving the Crystal Palace manager, Patrick Vieira, and an Everton fan as supporters invaded the pitch after last week's game at Goodison Park.
Oh, they say singing is good for your soul, so let's try it with the children from St Andrews C of E School in Preston.
Yeah, indeed. They're busy rehearsing to be part of the world's largest children's choir concert, otherwise known as Young Voices, at the AO Arena later this week.
Yeah, Caroline Whitmore reports.
For the last 25 years, Young Voices have staged the largest children's choir concerts in the world, with a staggering 2.5 million children taking part. Later on this week, the children of St Andrews C of E School in Preston will perform with thousands of other children at the AO Arena in Manchester. Why do you as a school want to get involved with Young Voices?
Oh, it's just an absolutely amazing thing to do. We've been part of it since 2007 and only missed a year last year due to COVID. So say to the children, it's a musical experience of a lifetime.
This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine. Wayne Ellington, you are Mr. Choir in Manchester. What you don't know about choirs is not worth knowing. How did you find the children of St Andrews here in Preston?
these kids here are just absolutely phenomenal. They are vibrant, they're lively, they're energetic, they are electric. Let it
Done it before. You're the guest singer this year in Manchester.
I remember my first time doing Young Voices as an artist. Before I even entered the arena, you just heard kids. And once you go in and you just see them, you're thinking, oh my days. Can you imagine 9,000 screaming kids?
I'll leave it to you. We saw you a few years ago on The Voice.
Singing is therapy for me, and it is therapy for these young kids, and I'm grateful for this gift to be able to share it amongst 9,000 kids in an arena in our city, Manchester.
I'm really excited because there's like 9,000 other children there and the atmosphere will be electric.
I feel like I can really express myself when I'm singing because it doesn't really matter because I'm with everybody. It makes me really happy.
I feel really good because if I'm in like a
a sad mood or a grumpy mood and I just start singing, I can just be happy again instantly.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be part of the concert because there are going to be so many people there and it's going to impact a lot on my life.
Best of luck with the concert.
It's going to be incredible to sing with and see the excitable kids from St Andrew's Church of England School in Preston.
They're all going to be waving at you going, are you waving?
They're like, yo!
It's going to be a fab
Love
occasion.
them.
Yeah. Kerry's got the weather.
Now that is brew weather. And only boiling what she needs.
United Utilities sponsors ITV Granada weather.
Big up you, sis.
Hello, very good evening to you. Limited bright spells across the region today, disappointingly cloudy across most parts of the northwest. It becomes a little bit more unsettled over the next few days, and then as we head towards the weekend, things look like settling down and warming up a little bit. But in the meantime, still some showers mixed in with our sunshine tomorrow, a breeze developing, actually becoming quite windy for midweek, a spell of rain followed by showers, but definitely drier by Friday and hopefully warmer with lighter winds into the weekend. So low pressure is still nearby over the next couple of days. The isobar's pretty tight for Wednesday. Could be coastal gales for us, I think, as we head into midweek, and then a brief spell of rain on Thursday before high pressure starts to build on Friday and becomes established over the UK for Saturday and Sunday. There's still a few showers in the mix during the course of this evening, so cloudy skies, showery outbreaks of rain. Into the early hours, a breeze picking up a little bit, and that will drag in hopefully drier and clearer conditions towards dawn. Nothing too chilly, but rural lows of around 7 or 8 Celsius tonight. 4:56 and 9:20 ISN times for tomorrow. 1 or 2 showers from the word go, really. There will be some sunshine in between the showers tomorrow, more so we think than today because it's breezier, and that will push the showers from west to east and mix the air up a little bit. So in the sunshine, temperatures around average at best, a little disappointing at 15 compared to what we've been used to, and some of the showers could be heavy, possibly even thundery, but tend to fade during the evening. But we do look to the west. Thicker cloud amounts, a spell of rain and some really quite unseasonably strong winds on Wednesday, gusts of 35-40 miles an hour for the coast and the hills. Behind that, sunshine and showers, possibly further rain on Thursday before settling down and warming up a little bit Friday into the weekend.
United Utilities sponsors ITV Granada weather.
2 sugars, please. Oh, lovely.
Hello, summer. Piri sponsors ITV pollen count.
Well, recent warm and wet conditions have really brought on Janet Packham's oak tree, her young oak tree. But as we head through into the next couple of days, we start to talk about the grass pollen. Low Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday it'll be moderate.
Thanks, Carrie. Well, the victory parade is still going strong in Manchester.
City are showing off their Premier League trophy to their adoring fans. A team bus making its way through the city centre to its final destination near the Beetham Tower on Deansgate. That should be at about 7 o'clock.
Liverpool have the Champions League final coming up. The rebuild has started with a new manager at Manchester United, but tonight it's all about City as they celebrate their 4th Premier League title in 5 seasons. An incredible achievement. Well played. Good night.
Good night.